3 below, the heat went out and I nearly froze to death. Then a gas leak in my stove. You could smell the damn thing, but he said it was fine. I called for a month, then I had to replace it myself.
Okay. Why didn't you just move?
This is the apartment I grew up in. It's the only place I've ever known. I don't have any brothers or sisters. My parents not with me anymore. I'm not leaving the one connection I have to them.
You said you weren't sleeping. Are you stressed out or?
Bed bugs.
No.
My place is literally crawling with them. Could you sleep knowing the minute you turn out the light, they're coming for you?
No, I couldn't.
Well, Korinsky won't do anything about it without proof, and I can't get someone from the city down to verify they're there.
Don't worry. I can.
2 weeks, next Thursday.
I don't think that you heard me. I need someone down there today.
2 weeks, next Thursday.
Okay. I'd like to speak to your supervisor, please.
You can do that next Wednesday.
Okay. Glenda, let me tell you what I'm going to do between now and next Wednesday.
I know exactly what you're going to do. You're going to do what every other lawyer threatens to do. You're going to file a 409/3 grievance claiming that I did not fulfill my obligation to promptly direct you to my supervisor, a grievance that will be passed on to my supervisor next Wednesday.
No, what I'm gonna do is hire a private investigator to look into every aspect of your life from the day you were born until next Tuesday. And then I'm gonna use whatever it is they find to make you wish that your biggest problem was keeping this job that you seem to hate so much. Yeah, I'm not like every other lawyer, Glenda.
What did you say your name was?
Specter. Harvey Specter. The guy from the housing department is going to be here in about 5 minutes.
How did you manage that?
You know, they're actually pretty receptive when you explain the situation to them.
That's what you have to do, prevent the spread. I had to get rid of most of my things, clothes, record collection, books. I had a first edition Catcher in the Rye. You know what that was worth?
No.
The bugs can live dormant for 18 months. You just have to throw everything out.
Frank,
Korinsky?
you're here.
Yes, I live here.
It's funny you should mention that because you haven't paid rent in 4 months, so I wasn't sure.
I haven't paid rent because
My
you haven't
client has
done...
withheld rent because the apartment is not habitable. New York Housing Code, Subchapter 2, Article 4, Section 27-20.
Hey, no rent, no apartment. That's my code. But if you want something legal, there's a court order. You got 3 days to get out, or the sheriff's department will empty the place for you. Have a nice day.
This is your first time? I'm your first? Don't worry, I promise not to be gentle.
Frank, it's nice to see you. One last time.
If it pleases the court...
It pleases the court to decide who speaks and when.
Oh, sit down.
We're talking about $4,000 in withheld rent payments?
Yes, Your Honor, but we have receipts for repairs, lost clothing, as well as...
$4,000, yes, Your Honor. She was talking to me.
Why hasn't he paid, counselor?
That one was for you.
Bed bugs, Your Honor. I have receipts that show my client's financial outlay to rectify the problem far exceeds the amount.
Housing department certified the presence of bed bugs?
Yes, Your Honor.
Abatement?
Let's give you...
I'll do. Nope.
Your Honor, this is an eviction hearing. The pertinent question is not habitability, but whether or not rent has been paid.
Actually, city code states that rent may be withheld if the warranty of habitability is breached.
In that case, we request to see the checks Mr. Ross's client has placed in escrow.
The
Checks in escrow, pending the outcome of a rent abatement hearing.
That's not in the code.
It is the accepted practice.
And therefore binding in this courtroom.
Your client did put money in escrow, I assume.
I didn't have any money left. I had
Your
to pay
Honor?
for everything.
Eviction upheld.
But, Your Honor, he...
Did you see me bang the gavel? That means step aside. Next case.
You never forget your first.
You know what happens to pitchers when they get shelled in rookie league, Mike? You think they make it to the bigs? Or do they just end up on some sad American Legion team of has-beens?
I get it. I lost. I'm sorry.
Well, you're sorry. In that case...
Oh, I am sorry. But right now, I have some research to do for Harvey, so if you'll excuse me.
Remember when you stole that client I had you bring in? That was a good time for you, wasn't it? See, I gave you a nothing case so that when you did win, it would still do nothing for your career. But I still expected you to win. So yeah, I guess go back to your research. Maybe that is your niche.
It's kind of ironic, isn't it? You and I both lost in court yesterday.
You lost? In housing court? How does one lose in housing court? People win there without lawyers.
Well, he had a lawyer, Tanaka, and
Vivian Tanaka?
Yeah, what, you know her?
If your landlord's using Vivian Tanaka, this isn't about bed bugs. Vivian Tanaka represents half the high-rises in Manhattan. This isn't a petty rent dispute. Your guy's going condo.
Well, that's great. Forcing Frank out for conversion is harassment. I can go after him for that.
No. You want to take down Vivian? You better go in there with more than just one client. You show the pattern, the settlement goes up. If they did this to him, I guarantee they've done this to others.
So I should find other people in Frank's building?
Think bigger.
Bigger how? Greensky owns 5 buildings, and they all used to be rent controlled, but now they go for $1.5 million a unit.
Nice profit margin.
I went to look for housing department complaints in the year prior to his remodel. In each one of them, tenants who couldn't buy into the conversion ended up with some complaint. Garbage, heat, air, all of them, one by one. Greensky drove them out.
You couldn't get their names from housing complaints?
No, he gave me some names, but I need to make this bigger than just his building.
Look, I only get 1 hour off a day for lunch and I never take it. Do you really need me for this?
See these people who are leaving the building?
Mm-hmm.
The entire building looks like them. I know I clean up okay, but...
You need me to class you up a bit.
Not class, but...
Class.
Whatever gets you through the door. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Hi there. My wife and I are here to see some of the new units. Isn't that right, honey? I tracked down 15 former tenants who were willing to testify to all manner of harassment that forced them out of their apartments.
You did this overnight?
Yeah, I couldn't sleep anyway. I kept thinking I felt bed bugs. But I get these people in front of a judge to tell their story, and there is no way that Vivian Tanaka can spin this to save Krinsky's ass. You should hear their stories. They'd break your heart. If you had a heart.
Emotion is fine, but you better have some cold, hard facts to back it up, because Vivian Tanaka is no pushover. But it's good work. Keep at it. I'm gonna go do what I gotta do.
We need more.
How are we gonna get more? Mike?
Is this the building we were in yesterday?
No rents, no apartment. That's my code.
Yeah, before and after.
We need to go carpet shopping.
What's in the bag?
Hey, what are you doing?
Oh, do you recognize this carpet?
Make him get that out of here.
This is your own carpet, Mr. Krinsky. It's from Frank Carvello's apartment. Come on. You feel the fibers, the texture. It's almost alive.
You brought bed bugs in here.
Whoa. That's vandalism, assault.
You know, I'm happy that you put it that way, because that's exactly what we're going to be charging your client with.
What are you talking about?
He didn't just fail to eradicate a bedbug infestation. He actually created one. Yeah, he pulled the carpet from one of his old buildings, carpet that was already infested, and then he reinstalled it in my client's apartment to drive him out.
That's crazy.
You might want to warn your client about perjury. We've got sworn testimony from the installer.
And a picture of the same carpet from one of his old buildings before it was renovated. By the way, my wife and I really love what you've done with the place. So it looks like we're talking about what? Assault, violations of rental codes, health codes, and just basic codes of human decency.
And if a jury in New York heard all that, wow, imagine the damages.
Harvey, spectate, please.
Just get that carpet out of here.
So, Vivian, how am I doing for my first time? This still counts as my first time, doesn't it? Now, let's talk about how much this is going to cost you.
Yes?
Just thought you'd like to know your case, the pro bono. I won.
How exciting for you. But like I said, it's just a pro bono case. It's not going to help your career.
I did also manage to sign 15 new clients who are all suing for the same harassment, and they will be paying. So you can multiply this number times 15. It's not bad for rookie league.